Hey guys, welcome back. So before this video starts, before we get into the story, I would like to say go follow my Instagram at purelychains. I posted some new pictures and I think they're really good. So yeah, go follow my Instagram. It'll be in the link in the description. Anyway, let's get into the story. So the story all takes place a few years back when I was 14 years old. And one of my neighbors was holding this house party, this little 4th of July party. And, it was just, it's just like it's what happens every 4th of July. There will be a party at someone's house. So me and my family go down there. Now, me being 14, there were a lot of older kids there. There were like 16, 17, 18-year-old kids there. But there were also kids that were my age, that were like 14 and 15. So I hung out with them. And the thing was that me and the kids my age and the 16, 17, 18-year-olds were actually all getting along. We were all playing, we were just getting along very well. It was just a good time. And then one of the 18-year-old kids was like, yo, do you guys want to go set off some fireworks? And me and my other friends, being 14, we were like, hell yeah, let's go set off some fireworks. So we go out to the driveway, which is a really stupid idea because there were cars out there, which, foreshadowing. And we start setting off fireworks. Now, the 18-year-old actually brought over some of his own fireworks. And these weren't like normal fireworks. These were like really dangerous fireworks that could really injure you or damage stuff or anything like they were just really dangerous fireworks. That's all. That's what I'm going to say. And we start setting them off. And it's going well. They're going up in the air. They're going off and making cool colors, It's what fireworks are doing. And then the 18-year-old, after he sets off one firework, he's like, yo, Jacob, you wanna try? And I was like, yeah, sure. So he hands me the lighter, which is a really stupid idea. Handing a 14-year-old a lighter is not the best thing to do. But he hands it to me, and I set it off, and it went normally. And after that, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do any more because I was really still scared because I was only 14. I was just a really scared kid at the time. I didn't want to get hurt or anything, or I didn't want to damage anything or do anything that can get me in trouble, So I set off one firework and I was like, that's all for me. And then we go on, going on. People are setting off fireworks, and we were actually really close to this one car, because we have the tube and then you put the firework in there and then it goes off. But we had and it was pretty close to this one car, and it was a really nice car. It wasn't top of the model this year car, but it was just just a nice car for that time. And we're setting them off, and then one of the 17-year-olds, and the 17-year-old was actually he was actually the son of the parents who were holding the party, and he puts one of the fireworks in there inside the tube, and he goes set it off, right? He lights it. He lights the spark, whatever it's called. And then we all run to a safe distance, and it goes off, right? But the thing was, some of the sparks, a lot of the sparks actually hit the car, right? And it still went off into the air, right? But it still hit the car, in a big amount hit the car, and as soon as that happens, the car just goes up in flames. We obviously, now you may be thinking oh, how did you know that the fireworks still set off? Well, you could hear it. But more importantly, the car caught on fire. The car immediately caught on fire. And everyone starts freaking out, and I'm standing there just in complete shock, what do we do? Now you may be thinking, maybe grab a hose. Well, there was no hose. There was no hose at a distance where we could get it. And immediately one of the kids runs into the house and tells the parents about it. And immediately one of the parents gets on the phone with 911, and she calls the ambulance, and 2 minutes later, an ambulance shows up and just starts and sprays down the car. But by then, at this point, the car was already damaged. The car was just already engulfed in flames. It was being engulfed in flames for at least 2 minutes. So it was already severely damaged. And after that, immediately the owner of the car, which the mom was like, all right, who did it? And surprisingly, the son actually confessed. And when he said that was me, my bad, dude, the mom's face was so mad. She looked so mad. And at that point, the party was basically over because, you can't really just continue doing a party with a damaged car like that. And And we all just went home. And I went home with my parents. And while we're driving down, right, it wasn't a long drive, but it was still a long enough distance that we had to drive back to my house. And while we're driving there, my mom was like, "Jacob, what happened?" And I was like, "Well, we were setting off fireworks, and one of the fireworks just happened to hit the car, and that's what happened." And she was like, "Okay, you didn't set any off, did you?" Like, and I was like, "No, of course I didn't." That was obviously a lie, but obviously I had to say no to save myself. And she was like, "Okay, good. Well, that was really stupid of him. Don't follow in his footsteps." And I was like, "Okay, Mom, I won't." And to this day, I'm not gonna set fireworks off in like right next, like on a driveway right next to a car. I actually set off some fireworks yesterday, which is when this video was supposed to be uploaded, and I set them off in the road. I have a video, but I'm not gonna show it because yeah. Anyway, back to the story. So immediately after that, we get home, and I'm just continue, I just go on my phone for a little bit, and then I go to bed because it was like 11 o'clock at night. So I decided just to go to bed. And then the very next day, right, I find out that the son actually got grounded, which he got grounded for like 3 months, I think, which means he couldn't hang out with any of his friends, and he also had to pay for another car for the mom, which I think is pretty, that's pretty brutal, paying a lot for a car. But the thing was, he did have a job at the time, so that was good. So at least he was actually earning money that could help him pay for the car. But yeah, that's essentially the end of the story. Moral of the story: be safe with fireworks. Fireworks are a very dangerous thing, and they're not to be played around with. They are not toys. They are super dangerous. So just be careful with them. Don't if you're gonna set off fireworks, set them off in set them off in a place where there aren't any things around. Like set them off in the street, like I was just talking about. But yeah, that's essentially the end of the story. Go follow my Instagram. It'll be in the link of this story in the description. So yeah, that's the end. So if you guys did enjoy, please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day. I'll see y'all later. You're gonna see